Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over our salaries, the problems and the positives of it coming up. Okay, I want to go right into this because I'm trying to save time and get some videos uploaded. You guys are probably pulling out your hair that, this guy's a Sabres fan. He hasn't even reported this coaching thing yet. So let's take a look at this because this is something I prepared for today. I wasn't prepared for this firing, to be honest, guys. I thought they'd wait till the Boston games, but hey, it is what it is. Let's embrace it, right? All right, let's take a look. I'm a big believer that numbers dictate a team's chances at winning a Stanley Cup. We're in the numbers era, guys. Used to be a time where it didn't matter. You would just sign players, not now. Now you're given that much space to be able to sign people. Got to be smart. All right, let's look at this. So our current 23-man roster, okay? Now, let me just get into this. We are currently 16th in salary, right in the middle. But we're 81.84, out of 82.5. I mean, basically, we're 81 and a half, I should say. So out of 81 and a half, we have 411,000 open, and I'm rounding it off to the nearest thousand. I'm not going right to the dollar. But in other words, we're maxed. We've maxed out this team. So really all 31 teams, all other 30 teams should count against this. But I'm just saying, technically speaking, we're 16th. All right, here's some notable teams that have spent under us by, not a lot, but enough to make you scratch your head and say, what the hell? Boston, Philadelphia, Carolina, and yes, Florida I'm going to put on there because Florida, I said for years I wanted to get Quenneville as coach, and I got shot down like a German warplane, folks. Really, I did. People just said, are you crazy? I wanted Quenneville in some of these lounges. But anyway, some people just had other ideas, I guess, but that's just me. Now, I broke it into two things. And before I continue here and go on, shout out goes to Chewy Baca. Chewy, you asked for this, buddy. Here it is. All right, this is the best of my ability, what I could do, what I could think about it. But I broke it in two sections, control and no control, and I'll explain that in a second. Okay, I guess you guys probably figured it out, but for yous that haven't, I'll explain it. Let's take a look at the main three pieces on this team that we have control over, okay? We have Jack. He's at $10 million this year, of course, and the next 5 years, okay? Sam, 5.2 this year, but for this year only. And people say, well, what control is that? He's RFA, folks. That's huge, okay? In a trade, that's huge. If he was UFA, they're going to look at you and say, yeah, nice try, But he's RFA. And Risto, 5.4 this year, and he has one more year in his deal. And Risto would be a good deal if that's a movable piece that we sell off eventually. Because there's going to be a lot of teams that don't look at Risto like they did 2 years ago right now, So, just saying. Now, let's get to the side where we have no control. And what I believe we must do with some of these pieces on this team. Taylor Hall, $8 million this year only, we all know. I believe we must deal him. Even if he starts to light it up, we have to deal him or get him signed. And to be honest, folks, I'm not against signing Taylor Hall. I'm not. I know his numbers suck, but it's still Taylor Hall. And maybe with the right coach and the right atmosphere and the right everything, things will change. Still a first overall pick, guys. That really, he won the MVP in the league one year. It's still Taylor Hall. So if we can get him at a reasonable rate, I say sign him. I really do. And I know you're probably hating on me right now, but I'm just how I feel. That's all it is. Doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. So Taylor Hall, we can't sign him for $8 million, that's for sure. I'm thinking along the lines of 5.56, 4 years, a deal like that, okay? That's where I'm at with it. Taylor, all right? Eric Stahl, we're going to move Stahl, I'm sure. There's a lot of teams interested in him. He's only 3.25. It's only for this year. We have to deal him before the deadline. He's not coming back, Montour, same thing, 3.85. It's his last year of his contract with us. And we have to deal him also. We don't want to lose these guys for free in the offseason. It's the stupidest thing. At least get a third rounder. Get something, is what I'm saying. We're going to discuss that in a few minutes because I want to keep this going. And Hutton, 2.75. Believe it or not, there might be a space somewhere for Hutton. There might be. I'm not just, there might be. Somebody might say, he's a veteran goalie. We could use him a few games down the stretch. Who knows, right? This is his last year of his it was 3-year deal, right? That Bot signed him? Yeah, 3 years. Right? Yeah, 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3. We have to try to deal him. I put try because I know there's not going to be a ton of takers for Hutton. There won't be, Now, here's your 2 favorites, guys. I saved them for last. And in the memory of Ralph, here they come. Skinner, $9 million this year, 6 more years with Skinner, right? Let me get on this side. Makes no sense. I'm blocking it. So we got 6 more years of Skinner after this year. The good news, he's 28. He's 28, guys. Let's calm down a bit here. This guy could be coming into his prime years, believe it or not. Believe it or not. So he's 6 more years on his deal. We're in jail basically till he has a big year. People say, we're never going to be able to trade him. Yes, we can. We need him to have a big year. That's what we need. What if Skinner explodes next year and has another 37-goal season or something? I'm just saying. What if he does? Then all of a sudden he's a movable asset, folks. Just saying. Okay? And he's more than capable, this guy. Skinner's more than capable. He is. I honestly think with Kruger gone, Skinner's going to wake up. I just believe that already. It's a foregone conclusion in my head right away. The number one thing I thought of today was Skinner. And of course, Okposo, who is as slow as cold molasses at this point, and he's making $6 million this year and 2 more years. Can we trade him? Yes. How? We need to take on another bad contract. I'm open to trading this guy for James Neal. I am. I am. Honest to God, I am. I would trade this guy for Lucic in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because at least we'd have some muscle in the lineup. Just saying. And yeah, I know he's number 1 hated. I get that. Or if we don't trade him for another bad contract, we trade him with a sweetener. We toss in a 2nd-round pick, even a 1st-round pick. But I wouldn't say we give a 1st round now. No. 2 more years, not 4. 2. We could buy him out. I'm just saying. No, we keep our 1st-rounders. Yeah, that's a bad idea, actually. No. 2nd-rounder, yes. Because we suck ass at 2nd-round draft picks anyway. We do. We're not very good at drafting after the 1st round. We're just not. That comes down to our pipeline management. Anyway, we'll get into that in another video. So this is where I stand with some of this stuff. And Chewy also suggests, well, who do you think we can get in trades? To be honest, I don't know. I'm just giving, Eichel, we can get the farm. We can get the farm for Eichel. People say he had a crap year. Yeah. But it's starting to look more and more like he is really hurting, right? I mean, we weren't sure what was going on. But why was Eichel in the lineup playing if he's hurt? It doesn't make sense. A lot of it doesn't make sense, guys. I guess the truth will come out eventually what exactly went down. But anyway, Eichel we can get the farm for. And we don't trade him unless we get the farm. That's right. Sorry, other fans. No. You're going to be giving us 2 1st-round picks, a prospect, and a top 4 defenseman or something. You're not just going to get him for nothing. No chance. Even if he wants to be traded. Too bad. He's under contract. He's making $10 million a year, and he's under contract. No. He's under contract. So he has to be patient if he wants a trade. He has to be patient. Sam, again, people, why Sam? Well, because I think we can get a lot for Sam right now as a possible, just a possible deal. I like all these players. I'm just saying, if we're going to get something that is going to improve the team, we have to look at it. We just have to look at it. We have to look at the potential options. And Risto, right now, his value went like this, back up to this again, folks. If we're going to move Risto, now's the time. And you all know I'm a Risto fan. Now's the time to move him. If we're going to move him, now's the time. His market value is high right now. There's teams that need a beast. There is. There's teams that need a guy like this. And we come back to this again. Hall, what can we get? Anyway, let's come back to Hall in a second. Montour, I'd be happy with a second-round pick. Hutton, a third-round pick. I'm going to go with picks, not players, guys. I'll let you guys do that. You guys decide in there, because I don't want to start like other channels. I'm not, like, it's not my expertise at all. I want the truth. I always think about picks when I think of trades. It's just how my brain works. Stahl, for sure, easily, I believe we can at least get a second rounder and maybe a prospect, because people are going to want this guy for a playoff run. They are. Stahl's going to go to some team like Toronto and really do well, I believe, you know. And Taylor, it has to be a first rounder, you know. And the thing is, he's UFA though, so I don't know. I just don't know. That's a tough one. It really is. And we can't do a sign and trade. I don't know. Probably won't get more than a second rounder, guys. We might get a first. We might. If a team's desperate enough to get Hall, they might give us a first rounder for him. They might. But it'll be a low first round pick. I don't think it'd be a top 10, put it that way. But still, you know. Jack, different story. You know, we get a ton for him. Again, going on here. Now, to trade these guys out, again, Okposo, we would have to do a sweetener, like I said. And I just got a feeling it's going to be a buyout, guys. I can't see it. We're not buying out Skinner. I just refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. I can't imagine the Sabres buying out Skinner. I just can't. There's way too much term left. It doesn't make sense to buy him out. Because what happens? He goes to another team, he starts getting 30 goals a season again, guys. That's what's going to happen. You know it. He will. No, we can't buy out Skinner. He has to stay. We have to get rid of Okposo, and we have to get rid of Hutton and Montour, and these two guys we need to get a return on. I would say Stahl, again, like I said, second round pick, I'd be happy with. Hall is a tough one. It's a tough one because he's made it clear he wants to stay in Buffalo. He'd like to stay there, you know. I don't know if he does now. I don't know what his relationship was with Kruger. But we can't worry about players and their relationship with Kruger, guys. We can't. We can't. We have to worry about winning and getting this team back on track. That's what this is about. This isn't about romper room. This is about the NHL, you know. It's not about feelings and it's not about anything except results. And if these guys over here don't get the results for us in that W column, they got to go. Yeah, all of them. Because we have to like break it down and build it back up. And it's not a complete rebuild, but I'll tell you what, it's sure as hell a fine tuning if we do this, you know. So that's anyway where I wanted to go with this. I'll let you guys tell me what you think. What can we get for Jack? What, if we were to trade Sam, that's RFA, what can we get for him? We for sure can get a first rounder. I'm sure of it. For a guy like Sam, I'm sure we could get a first rounder. Risto, I think we could get a first rounder for sure I do. So when it comes to players, Chewy, sorry buddy, not my expertise when it comes to these kind of like, you know, it's just not, you know, when it comes to numbers and stuff, I'm more prepared to like discuss it. But, you know, I always see draft picks when I think of change, when I think of trades, just the way I think. But you guys tell me who you'd like. Honestly, who would you like to see traded and for who, you know? I'm open to all things. And just so you know, when I throw the hearts back at you guys, just to let you know I responded, eh? That doesn't mean every single comment I have to like, but I want you to know that I've read your comment, and that's kind of my way of letting you know. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave it there because I got 2 videos I got to get up online. I just did that other one, and that's it. So, folks, thanks for watching. And I'm going to be curious to see what you guys think because I'm really kind of like, you know, if there's any names here I didn't put, because there was some I looked at, but these are kind of the glaring names that pop out at me, that these 9 names, you know, kind of stand out on our roster that, you know, and you know, again, the Skinner thing, I just think is, I think Skinner's going to get back on track, guys. There you go. I've said it. I believe he's going to get back on track. I do. All right, folks, I'll see you later. Have a good one.